banks were allowed to charge a £5 fee on all bonds. And that fee was there to cover any losses due to the risk factor.
Got you.
So from 1990, there was a fee available or paid to banks to charge black people and white people the same interest rate. Now, to charge black people, say, 3-4% more than a white people, and I've got plenty of evidence to prove this, it is absolutely crazy, because there's so much so-called risk factor that they are talking about. From 1994, most of the people that got bonds were government employees. They got a subsidy from the government for their house. Their monthly installments went off straight from their salary. Now, nobody can tell me where is the so-called risk that they always come back to, and that is one way of discriminating. The other one that I found out, and that was more related to First National Bank, is that when the interest rate comes down in a decreasing phase, and I'm referring now to 1998, 99, when the interest rate was up to 25%, and there was a big decrease in interest rate. And they, at some decreases, they did not decrease the interest rate of low-cost housing. And I've got evidence, internal documentational evidence, that says, for example, the interest rates on all mortgage bonds are coming down. Excluded from this decrease is low-cost housing.
Why?
Well, the only thing that is profit-related. There's nothing else it's profit-related. I've got people here. I've got a Mr. Simon Michaels, which I'm referring now to the Stellenbosch Legal Clinic. He signed a bond in 1996 with Sambo, but at that stage, Sambo was taken over by FNB. After 21 years, the amount that he applied for was, if my memory serves me correctly, was 65,000 rand. At present, he owes the bank, after 21 years, 71,000 rand. The overcharge on his mortgage loan was 230,000 rand due to the fact that FNB did not decrease his interest rate at decreases of the repo rate or the bank prime rate. And this is what's happening. And Mr. Michaels at the present moment is paying about 50% more on his monthly installments due to discrimination. And I've got evidence of 32,000 clients on low-cost housing, which data leaked from FNB to me. So I can say that is so. I cannot say that it's definitely with Absa Bank and with Standard Bank, although I see it, because I haven't got that database to make a statement like that.
But if we have to look at the general banking sector, Emerald, and not specifically paying to mind to FNB, as you're saying, but just a general banking sector, has it been racially profiling people for I mean, as you say, 1990, the decision was made that all interest rates are the same. But after that, 1994, we're finding that across the board, the financial services sector have had it in for black people.
Of course. I'm going to show you an excellent, and I'm going to this change to motor vehicle finance.
Yeah.
I was phoned by a manager of Westbank that informed me that Westbank is discriminating against black people. I then went on social media and I requested black people with vehicle finance with Westbank to send me their contracts. I was shocked to see that some of them are paying up to 19%. Prime rate at that stage was about 10%. 19% where white people, the maximum I could see was prime plus 2. That is 12%. And I was then interviewed on various radio stations. Westbank was invited. And by the way, Westbank is part of First National Bank. Westbank was invited to take part in the discussion. They refused. Then they put on social media that how interest rates gets determined is, first of all, it's credit worthiness. Now, let's talk about credit worthiness. If you got a slight dent on your credit record, you will not get a motor vehicle finance. You can forget about that. So all people that presently got motor vehicle finance is credit worthy. That's point number one. The other point they said is affordability. Now, let's discuss affordability. The law is clear that when you buy a motor vehicle, your monthly installments cannot be more than 30% of your salary. So everybody that's got a motor vehicle finance account or loan account can afford it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got it. Now, why is it that some people pay 19% and others pay 12%?